clothing tie affair, and today I'm going to style some new clothes that I got from Hollister. If you've been around for a couple weeks now, you'll know that a few weeks ago I did a haul of Abercrombie Fitch and Hollister clothing, and the week afterwards I did a video about how I decided which of the things from that haul I kept and which I sent back. If you watched that second video, you'll know that when I decide whether or not to keep something, one of the steps I go through is to try that piece on with everything in my wardrobe that I could possibly wear it with. This serves two purposes. Firstly, it of course helps me decide if I keep the thing at all, because I can see how well it works with my wardrobe or whether or not it works at all with the pieces that I already have in my wardrobe. The second purpose is so that if I do decide to keep the piece, I already have a head start on what kind of outfits I could wear with it. And that helps me incorporate the piece into my wardrobe so that I'll wear it more once I've cut the tags off. I feel like this is the step that helps me the most in sort of staving off that feeling of I have nothing to wear. Because when you think about it, like if you've ever had that feeling before, I highly doubt it's because you went into your closet, like did a head count of all the outfits you have and said, well, I only have 10 outfits that I can wear out of this wardrobe, and that is too few. Instead, probably what happened to you is the same thing that used to happen to me, which is that I would just try to think of something I wanted to wear, and when nothing came to mind, I would conclude, oh, well, I must have nothing to wear. And in that sense, that like nothing to wear feeling is literally that. It's a feeling. In the case that I just described, where I tried to think of something and couldn't, like that had nothing to do with what I actually had in my wardrobe and how well those pieces fit together. That was just me thinking about it and not coming up with something. And I feel like part of it back then was that I just literally like didn't know or didn't remember what I had in my closet. Which, you know, like wasn't exactly my fault. You know, I had a lot of clothes. And the human brain has its limits. I know no one could have seen that coming, but that is probably... But thanks to the fact that I don't have total recall in my brain, I just don't remember everything I have in my wardrobe if I just have rows and rows of clothes out. Because in that situation, I spend relatively less time with each individual piece. The exercise of trying on a new item with many different things in my existing wardrobe, however, helps to combat that, firstly because the exercise of trying on my new things with everything that I can wear it with, the exercise of trying on a new piece with old pieces in my wardrobe helps to curtail this, because after trying the same new piece on with all those different other items, that sort of gets imprinted into my brain so that I'm just used to the idea of this new thing being around. In a sense, it's not that new anymore. I've seen it with a bunch of clothes. And so the next time when I think, well, what do I want to wear? I think, aha, that's a thing that I own. And it also helps that I do seasonal capsule wardrobe, so I really just have fewer things to remember, but that's a different story. Anyway, getting on to today's video. I have 4 new things that I kept from my Hollister haul. I didn't keep anything from Abercrombie & Fitch. And so for each of those 4 things, I'm going to show you 3 different outfits. The first is going to be a very basic, can't go wrong sort of outfit, which, like, believe it or not, even though I'm personally really not a fan of basic outfits, I do wear sometimes if, say, I'm running really late and just need to throw something on, or on those days when I just don't care about what I'm wearing, which is fairly rare, but it does happen. And the second outfit is going to be something that I would choose to wear after a lot of careful consideration. Something that's very girly, very feminine, just like a slight bit out there and a slight bit eye-catching, and something that I consider to be very true to my style. The third outfit for each piece is going to be something that I put together basically fully expecting it to go very, very bad. The reason I do this anyway is because sometimes you just never know. Sometimes you think something's not going to go together, and then you put them together and suddenly you have a new favorite outfit. That's happened to me a couple of times, not like super duper often, definitely not every time, but it's happened enough times that I do try those pieces together that I don't think would go together. All of this together is going to be a condensed version of what I normally do with trying every new piece with every other old piece that I could wear with, because obviously if I literally tried all of these new pieces with all of my old pieces, this video would take hours, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so let's jump right into styling. The first thing I'm going to talk about is what I'm wearing right now. This is pretty much a basic white tee. The only details of note are the slight scalloped edgings that I have around the sleeves and also the hem here, and also this embroidery in front of these 3 yellow flowers. I'm going to start with this one because it's arguably the most basic and the most boring thing. So here we go. My first outfit, the safety one, the cannot go wrong one, is this shirt and this denim skirt, which is literally the most unoriginal thing ever. Yes, I know, and that's the point. It's very sweet, it's slightly girly, it's kind of girl next door who offers you lemonade on a hot sunny day or something like that sort of vibes, and takes literally no thought. I could throw it on in the morning when I'm half asleep and get it over with. Am I in love with the outfit? No, but it's nice enough that I'll wear it in a pinch. My second outfit for the shirt, the one that I think most represents my style, is the shirt with this pink midi slip skirt on the bottom and this cardigan over top. I really love a monochrome moment, and I feel like the skirt and the cardigan are in close enough of a color family to count as a monochrome outfit, and I feel like the white shirt with the little flowers in front just adds like that slight little extra flick of girliness. And I feel like this whole thing, like this whole outfit looks very Urban Outfitters, you know, that cool girl, slightly girly, but also very fashionable kind of look, especially with the slim slip midi skirt paired with this chunky cardigan and that whole monochrome thing. And it's very comfortable because the skirt is elasticized, the cardigan obviously doesn't pinch anything or pull anything, and the shirt is also very soft. So this is the sort of thing I can wear all day and love the feel of my outfit the entire time. The third outfit, which turned out to be pretty much of a disaster as I had braced myself for, is the shirt plus this sort of peachy, minty, sort of watercolor skirt, plus this beige cardigan on top. Now let me explain myself. I did have reason to think that maybe this would work out because the top is so neutral. This skirt is not neutral, but it's also like very pastel-y and not super bright. And of course the cardigan, being this beige, is a neutral, so I thought, okay, at least all the colors are going to go together. What I didn't take into account is the ability of this cardigan to be dressed up, which turned out to be much less than I thought it would be. The skirt is definitely on the dressier side, like it's the sort of thing you would go to, you know, a fancier brunch in. And this shirt is like not fancy, but it is rather fitted and like not slouchy or anything, so it is possible to dress this shirt up. The cardigan, on the other hand, is kind of slouchy, it's kind of formless. The material is this waffle material that's just like pilling slightly because of how many times I've washed it. And it's just long and baggy, and on the whole, it is very difficult to style this cardigan up. And I feel like the very casual cardigan combined with the dressier skirt and the sort of more stylistically neutral shirt, which tended a little bit more on the dressy side because it was paired with this skirt, just on the whole didn't work out. Which is fine, that's basically what I thought would happen. The second piece I want to talk about is this white floral shirt. It's the exact same cut as the one I have on, with some very similar details like the ruffles at the sleeves, although this one, instead of having any embroidery, has this blue floral pattern. I'm really loving this pattern this spring, and in fact have one more thing that is very similar to this. So let's see how I styled it. My basic safe option for the shirt is the shirt paired with this pair of jeans. And again, this isn't something that's like earth-shattering in any way. It's a really easy, casual, basic outfit. But there are a couple of reasons why I still tolerate it. Firstly, the cut of the jeans, I feel like, is still a little bit trendy. It's high-waisted and it's a little bit baggy. It's got that slightly straighter leg. So it's not like it's the uber basic pair of skinny jeans. Also, the fact that there are blue flowers on the shirt and the fact that these jeans are also blue, I feel like create a bit of a quasi monochrome moment because you have the blue in the shirt and the blue in the jeans echoing each other. Like, I feel like if I put the white shirt with the yellow flowers with this pair of jeans, like, it would be nice, but it would just be so unnecessarily basic. Whereas if you have that color echoing monochrome moment happening, it's like slightly more interesting. But just to give the outfit that like little extra bit of oomph, I paired it with this gold chain necklace, which adds a little bit of contrast at the neckline and just adds more to the outfit. The second, more my style kind of outfit is the shirt underneath this pinky, nudie, I would say trench type pinafore dress thing. It's basically a sleeveless dress with straps. That's really all it is. And I really like this combination. Firstly, because I think the colors contrast each other so nicely. You have the white and the pinky nude, which of course we all expect to look great. But then you throw that little bit of blue in there, which just amps it up a little bit more. Also, I love the fact that the shirt is a print. I feel like for me, even my go-to would be to wear something that is a solid color underneath this dress because all of the detail you have going on down here. I mean, you have these nice buttons, you have this little bit of crochet trim, you have a lot of detail going on in this dress, so my first instinct would have been to go with a plain shirt. However, having tried this floral shirt on with this trench dress, I think that all the details go really nicely together. And that's something that I think a lot of my favorite outfits have in common, is that they're just a little bit busy, a little bit unexpected. They have a little bit more color or texture or print or just a little bit something extra than what I think would be considered safe. I feel like I would just much rather wear something like that, something that's interesting and fun and a little bit daring than like head to toe basics. Because sure, you can't mess it up, but also basics. My third outfit that I expected to be a little bit out there is the shirt plus this pair of floral jeans. I thought I would try them because the shirt is white and blue and these jeans are white and blue, and you know how when people mix prints they say that in both of the patterns you should have at least one color in common, and also if you have a small print on one piece you should have a large print on another piece and stuff like that. I feel like this shirt and this pair of jeans actually ticked all those boxes because they're both white and blue, and also the jeans has a larger floral pattern than the shirt. However, I just don't think it's working out at all. And I'm not like 100% sure why, but I just know that I'm not loving it. I feel like maybe it's because the shirt is this crisp white and this striking blue against that white, whereas the jeans are a more faded blue with this very faded, almost, I would actually call this an off-white sort of white, because these jeans are quite old. I got them pre-owned, so they kind of came like this already, and I think the style was like this originally. So I think that contrast of looking really crisp and new and a bit beat up and old just wasn't working together that well. But that's okay. Like, again, totally expected. The third new piece I want to talk about is this pinky mauve-y shirt that is, again, completely identical to the one I have on in terms of composition and details, except, of course, this one is pink and the embroidery is slightly different. My basic outfit for this nice pink shirt is the shirt plus this white skirt. Now, I feel like, even though this is a very basic outfit, I mean, it's got only the two pieces, and both of them are more or less block colors, this is something I would actually voluntarily wear, like even on the days when I was trying to think more about my outfit. Mostly because this is like my all-time favorite skirt. It's from Love Shack Fancy, which is a really expensive brand, but actually I got this skirt at such a discount from eBay. Like, I hadn't even heard of the brand at that time. I didn't know how much these things cost, but I was just looking for a white lacy skirt, and I saw this, and it was my size and everything, so I got it, and oh my god, it fits me so well. I love how it has that little dip up at the sides. It's just so fun and flirty, and so of course I looked up the brand thinking, oh, I should get more things, and then it's like $300. But anyway, really solid outfit. I think there is a nice little detail between the white flowers in the shirt and also the white in the skirt. There again is that little bit of color echoing moment, which is very common in outfits that I put together. My second outfit for this shirt, the one that I think is truest to my style, is the shirt with this pair of floral jeans on the bottom and with this cardigan on top. I really, really like this combo because look at all the color action that's going on. I really, really like this combo because look at all the color action that's going on. The pink of the shirt matches really closely to both the dusky pink of the cardigan and also the pink in the flowers of the jeans. So this time you don't just have two pieces that echo each other, you have three. And you have no idea how difficult that is to do sometimes. I mean, this dusty pink, I feel like, is not like super duper rare, but also not that common. So to be able to find three pieces that go together this well is something that I totally did not expect, and I'm so happy that I found. In fact, I bought that shirt knowing that I had this cardigan and these pants and was really, really hoping that they would go together very well, and they do, which was so satisfying. For my shakiest outfit for this pink shirt, I wanted to try it with this watercolor skirt that I showed you before. I've been having a lot of trouble styling this skirt. I mean, which is really unexpected because it's pastel-y, it's got my favorite colors in it, so I thought, of course, it'll go really well with the rest of my wardrobe. But for some reason, it just, doesn't work the way with other things the way I thought it would. And to be honest, I put this pink shirt on totally expecting that to be the case. But actually, I think they complement each other really, really well. Because the shirt is not like a true, millennial pink, I guess. It's a bit rosier, it's a bit dustier, it's kind of an off color. And the colors in this skirt are also kind of that way, like a bit dustier, a bit rosier, very warm toned, and more off colors than like bright primary hues. So I feel like that theme of dustiness and warmness between the two pieces really ties them together and makes it a really unexpectedly good combo. And see, this is exactly why I try new things on with every single piece, even though I don't think they'll work. Because sometimes this happens. You come across something that you really, really like. And I feel like it's when you try things on with things you don't think it's going to work with that turn out to actually work, that you find your best outfits and your most unusual ones. Because, I mean, of course you're going to think of the obvious outfits and the things that you would obviously wear your new piece with. And it's cases like these that just get missed out so much. And so this is definitely an example of a very rare and unexpected success. The final new piece I wanted to show you today is this romper. I'm so excited to wear this romper. Firstly, because look at this color. It's, again, a crisp white with these nice little blue flowers on top, and is very similar to the tee that I showed you that was like the second piece or something. And on top of that, I've never owned a romper before, so I'm really excited to experiment. My safety outfit for the romper is just the romper by itself and then throwing this oversized denim jacket on top. I feel like that's not really that much of a basic, because having an oversized jacket on top of something that's a little bit shorter is kind of like a trendier thing. I feel like if I put on a fitted jacket, then that would be like truly basic. But happily, I don't have a fitted denim jacket, so I went with this one. Yet again, you see that color echoing moment between the flowers in the romper and the blue in the denim going on. And I think that actually, for how basic this outfit is, it's still very nice and is totally something I would wear out. For the outfit that I think best represents my style, I'm putting this mock neck pink sweater underneath the romper. This is something I really like to do with dresses, having like a sweater or a t-shirt or something with sleeves underneath a sleeveless piece. And it works, I feel like, just as well with the romper. And I like it again because of that nice contrast in the colors. I feel like blue and pink is the kind of combination that we expect to look really well together, but when you actually put them together is like, I don't know, it just feels a little less safe than, pink and white or blue and white, which I mean, of course, white is a neutral, what am I saying? But anyway, I'm really liking how the pink is going with the blue and the white in the romper, and I especially like that this sweater is a bit more of a cool toned pink, which I feel like gives it just that slightly edgier vibe. It's not a big deal, but I feel like if you had a warm tone peachier pink underneath this romper, it would be, more cute and more girly, whereas I feel like having this cool toned pink with this mock neck detail gives it just that little bit of edge. It's still very girly, but I feel like you could wear some, black sneakers or something with it and it wouldn't look out of place. Finally, okay, I 100% expected this to totally not work, especially with how the Free People jeans worked out with the shirt. But I mean, they were both new and they looked so much alike, I just could not help myself. So I put this floral shirt underneath the floral romper. And at first, when I looked at it, I didn't think it was that great. But the more I stared at it, the more that it grew on me and the more that I just really, really started to like it. I feel like it's one of those combinations that's just like so borderline that some people are probably going to look at this and think, oh my god, that's so awful, why would you wear this? But for me, it looks kind of like high fashion with that kind of, daring prints on prints look. And it's just the nemesis of the girl next door, like safe, cute, sweet look. And I like that about that. I really like how it's a bit more of a controversial outfit. And to make it even more of a statement, I decided to add this big statement necklace. It's a pink faux gemstone bow on this silvery, gunmetal-y kind of chain. And by itself is a pretty statement necklace. And I chose it because I felt like, even though I really liked the print on print, it was also just very similar and I wanted something to sort of break up that color. And so I chose this necklace, which has that bit of pink in it. And I feel like the necklace just pushes the outfit over the edge very solidly into love it or hate it territory. But I personally love it so much and I'm so, so glad that I took the plunge and tried the romper with the shirt and just gave it a chance. Okay, and those were all the new pieces I had to show you today. I hope that seeing that process explains to you why I go through the trouble of trying on every new thing that I get with everything that I already have that I could possibly wear it with. It's a fun thing to do and super duper helpful, and I really hope that seeing me doing it today, or at least like the shortened version of what I normally do, encouraged you to also try on your new clothes with your old clothes and see how that works out for you. And I hope that you come up with some new favorite outfits that you would not have thought of otherwise. Definitely let me know in the comments if you do. Before we go, consider subscribing if you enjoy fashion content that's focused around helping you get the most wear and enjoyment out of all the clothes that you already have and anything you choose to buy. I'm aiming to get monetized on YouTube, which means 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within a single year. When I reach this goal, I plan to do one of two things with all the proceeds from the first month. If there is still a significant financial need due to COVID-19 at that time, 100% of the proceeds are going to Feeding America, to be distributed to food pantries all over the country to help those whose livelihoods have been affected by the pandemic. If, however, by then that situation has calmed down a lot, then 100% of the proceeds are going to the Rainforest Coalition. The Rainforest Coalition is an international organization that helps slow the process of global warming by partnering with countries that have rainforests to prevent deforestation. So if you like watching fashion content and maybe donating to charity at the same time, click that button. Otherwise, that's all I had for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!